constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Can't get him to the ground.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on first down. It's on target and complete.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. On his feet at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality, the circular physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Using his legs, it's Eaton. Fights off a defender. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Snares it outside, it's Henry. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. On the move. Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Power football with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Back to pass. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
That's caught. It's Bush. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks. This guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds a little space. He's loose. At the 20. Touchdown Sooners. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that.
Turning it on. He's at the 40. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown,
defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. It's just a feel...
And there he goes! They won't get him! It's a touchdown! He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Let's go! From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll take the deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. With the catch, it's Wilkins. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Calls his own number. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
And you immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Going with the ground game left. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Snap it to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Shabara. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Got the 1st down and more. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Going right to work up top. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Buys a little time. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
To the air on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. the tackle.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the outside. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will boot away to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They'll go with a direct snap. explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Got it in the middle. It's Shabera. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Racing to the right. The 40. He's at the 30. Inside the 10.
How about the turn of events? You're about to give up points. Not only do I take the football away, by God, I almost put this thing in the house. Almost return it back. Dude, chewing up grass, great blocking out in front. Did everything right except for score the touchdown. Now offense, you go deep.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wilkins. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give to the back.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. caught behind the line. It's Clay. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab, and he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quarterback making checks. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Got room to work. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Rolling right and going deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wants to throw it. Under fire. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating more. Oh, he's got some space. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He'll do it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Here we go.
From the gun. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. second and long. The give as they work on that clock. Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Trying to take it back.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
And you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The short hands, it's Kendricks. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great...
Turning it on! They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over 1st and 10.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6,